It feels like autumn. Hey, you! That's not where you're supposed to be. Go back to your spot. Go on. Come on. It's right here's a chicken. I was deboning chicken at 11 o'clock last night for you. I started it later than I meant to, so whatever you do, please eat it. There you go. What's wrong? Chicken, thank you. Not poison, I promise. Oh, it does feel great out here today, although I was looking on WRAL's forecast and I swear they've raised tomorrow's temperature now by 3 or 4 degrees. Maybe the cold front wasn't as effective as they thought it was going to be. You got a happy tummy? Hi. Hi. Good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. It feels great out here. Don and I are headed out in the yard to work today. I'm going to do yesterday's video first and sit with Gray. But we can afford to spend a few minutes this morning because it's not going to be super hot. We don't have to rush out here to try to beat the heat. Not that we ever actually beat the heat, but you know what I mean. Hey, Stripe. Good boy. Good morning, Panther. How are ya? Good morning. How you doing, bud? Good morning. It's my good boy. Well, I'm gonna hold off a few days on the grass. I'm hoping we'll get back up behind the garage some more, or if we followed along the wood line up there and pulled some vine, that wouldn't be a bad idea either. Maybe we'll try to go someplace extra tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty nice too. Good morning. Oh, I see you did finish the chicken I brought you in late last night. That's good. She seems to do best with her nighttime eating. Just must be the time of day that works good for her. Hi, honey. Good morning. Well, Gray makes for a very good editing assistant. Yes, you do, baby girl. I assume the position, and my ever faithful kitty cat is coming over to see me. He didn't even hesitate. I didn't call him or anything. He just, Mom sits, I come. He's such a good boy. I figured before I get all hot and sweaty and invested in what I'm doing, what would 5 minutes to sit with him be? I should enjoy life and sitting here for a minute. Looking good. It's like 11:20 a.m. and we started them at 9:30ish last night, maybe something. The reason why they're taking a while is they're so tall. You know, that's almost an inch high, those walls. Doesn't matter. I don't have an end goal for the number when it's kind of big and I like the shape. So I'll probably put on 4 more when this one stops. I mean, I've hardly used any of the spool. I did find someone on Etsy last night that's currently selling them for $3 a piece, $2.99. So obviously that roll up there is something right around 20 bucks, so I can obviously make them cheaper. But I expect this printer can go for a super long time, but I also am cognizant of wear and tear on the printer because Johnny's going to be wanting to pull more robot parts. Although, you know, I think this thing is serviceable if it ever should need it. So There's the house. We're walking on. We were going to look for the property line marker. We don't come over here by this tree very often, but this is where, when I point off the porch to show you the rushing water draining off the street up high, this is, you know, basically where I'm pointing at. So obviously somebody marked that as being near, close to the property line. It's always convenient when there's a tree. There's the house. And that happened when these guys bought about 18 months ago, maybe, something like that. I think there's one in the ground over here that I saw too, so we're gonna look some more.
Where was the tree?
To your right. Turn a little more.
Oh, that way.
Yeah. But that's when they had put up the string for, I thought when they were going to put in a fence, that was the pipe I remember seeing. So we've turned around and seen that now. There was some extra tape on the ground just laying there. Don's tying it to the pole so we can see it better. But also now that we've got this video and picture. And somewhere up there, it's obviously not straight. I don't guess. I mean, you would think that this line would run to the fence.
Here's the actual pipe. This is what I was looking for.
In the ground?
In the ground.
Okay.
This is what the surveyor guy drove in the ground.
Right.
That's not a homeowner.
Right.
The
That's.
homeowner might have put this, but this down here, if you come closer, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's an iron pipe in the ground.
Right.
This is an iron pipe, and that's
yep, I see it.
That's what the surveyor feed in the ground. So that's the property line.
Okay. Well, all I had said to Don is if they ever do get serious about putting in a fence, I hope they'll stay, you know, the customary few inches to foot in on their side and make good decisions about the trees. That's all I ever said. Yeah, it's sort of hard to know exactly how it comes up here to the fence. Hey, Marty. Marty's down here walking with us, which is totally fine. Hey, bud. You're a good boy. Hi. Yep, you walk around a little bit. You know, it basically runs more or less up here to the fence. And you can see where Don weed-eated sort of along this. He had sort of put up the string that was out here, but those guys, they just, if they decide to put up more fence, they need to be careful and make sure they know where they are.
This is that, yeah, there it is right there. You got a flag.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mart. Everybody's here. Tux is behind me. I tried to tell him not to come down, though, because I was fixing to be on the move. We're not going to run the weed eater to start, so they should be okay. We're going through hand pulling and cutting. I'd like to get this area in here, which is definitely on the property line, cleaned up. And we're starting another brush pile up here, so we have a place to put things. Don stepped on that brush pile to crunch it down a bit. And apparently there's a hornet's nest in the vicinity that he stepped on, and so we've had to move out of that area. And I can still see 50 to 100 buzzing around the brush pile. So we'll be staying away from there. I'm not happy that I can't go over where the hornet's nest is. But I have really been working hard over here, as evidenced by the increase in size of the brush pile. And I've got everything over here behind the garage over to the wood pile all taken care of. Don's been working hard over here pulling out big pieces of privet. Let's go take a look. I know he went and got his chain and his come along because he can't get up in here close enough with the GMC. Wow. I'm impressed. Look at the size of that root he pulled out with the come along. Serious. It's all privet.
It's all privet.
We've been pulling privet in this yard since I got here, and Don was pulling it 20 years before that.
I don't know, the first thing of privet I ever pulled was many years ago.
Yeah. Looking awesome, Donnie.
Yeah, well.
It's a big improvement. It's Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, it's good. I'm not in no way am I. Just plugging along.
Yep. Yeah, I heard you cranking on the come along. I saw you walk up with the chain.
Yeah, it was some of it was pretty. I got to tell you, some of it I was almost didn't know if it was going to make it.
Yeah, well, easier with the GMC, right?
Yeah, much easier.
Yep.
But my girl's got too many flowers now. I can't pull the GMC.
I'm sorry. Compromises.
That's all right. I don't mind, sweetheart. I don't mind, sweetie.
Yeah, well, I can see a lot more open area over here. I'm pleased. Yeah, I mean, for real, that's basically the only spot left in the garage left in the yard with any sizable amount of privet on it, because usually we see it at about a foot high and you can still pull it out by hand then, and we grab it. So I'm coming for water. I need water. Been out here for 2.5 hours and I hadn't drank any water. We're calling it quits for the day. It's after 5. We've been out here since 12. A little too long. We won't be able to mess in that area there where the hornets are until it's good and cold. They go away. They don't usually go back to the same spot the next year, and they go away when it gets cold. Slow down, go away. So we won't be able to mess over there until they're gone. There's a lot of poison ivy right in here. That's why it's not cleaned out very good yet. I really shouldn't even be walking through here. I'm very worried. I came into contact with quite a bit of poison ivy today. Look at the great job Dawn did today. I mean, amazing difference. There's a few more pieces of privet to pull, but Dawn and we're just done out here for the day. We don't got it in us today.
Yeah.
This spot right here could use a little more help, but hey, pup. But look at over here, Donnie. It looks great.
It does. I'm impressed.
Yeah, you did tons. Look at all that open area, and just, you know, it'll take more pulling, more weed eating, more, you know, stuff, but awesome, absolutely awesome effort up here today. We kind of put our pile on the other side of their pile. Hopefully it'll help with preventing erosion. Got a couple of little piles here, and the big one there, and one there, but that's okay. Like I said, Dawn steps on them and finds hornets. No. We got really lucky today. Usually when people step on them and they swarm like that, it's bad. It's a bad deal. You didn't get any bites, right?
No bites.
We got you out of there fast enough?
Yeah, you did good warning me.
That was really scary. It's a thing here in North Carolina, and usually by the time you see them, it's too late. Well, that was some serious stuff. We will not be out here tomorrow, even if it's nice, because 5 hours today is, we try not to do it 2 days in a row. We need time to recuperate in between. Right?
Right, football Saturday.
Well, my bricks came that I was expecting today. Stud B bricks. I don't think I've ordered from them before, but what a nice little logo and everything. And they had the slopes. I'm seeing if I can spot them in there. You know, this might not be the one that has the long slopes that I need for my cap. Let me check it out.